Hello, everybody. This is gonna be quick. Hopefully, I can cut it to a short. It's just I like your page of Jacob Weeby on YouTube. I just saw he posted a short about the God of War show being in trouble, and he was basically saying like, well, if you want you to know the story, they should play the games. Like we don't need a TV show, and then he was saying about like, oh, like they have like really easy difficulty. They it's just basically like play the story difficulty, and he didn't understand that like he's gatekeeping a story by this logic. Some people don't like playing video games, but that shouldn't mean that they shouldn't be able to watch or you know feel or whatever word you want to use the God of War story. It deserves other adaptations, and you're gatekeeping actors from a role because he was like, oh, nobody else like Christopher Judge is the voice of Kratos. Well, the other problem with that is Christopher Judge is the second voice of Kratos. So saying that he's the only voice of Kratos right there already just proves that like gatekeeping doesn't work because they could have gatekept Christopher Judge from becoming the voice of Kratos. Like, no, like if the other guy doesn't want to do it, we just don't make games anymore. You can't replace him, but you do. And Christopher Judge would be the first one to tell you, probably most likely. He hopes that like he hopes that like they do a good job at the show, but he probably doesn't have any sort of issue with another actor coming in to play it or anything like that. And so just the notion that if you want to play or not play if you want to experience this story, you have to do it like I did. Because like, oh, it can't be made into a TV show, or it can't be made into a movie. Like you're trying to gatekeep something that you liked, and you're trying to force people into doing it the same way. And like I said, I like Jacob Weeby and I like his videos, but this is the one video that I did not agree with, and he is absolutely wrong on. And I wanted to make a video talking about it because we talk about gatekeeping like in gaming and metal music and a bunch of other stuff where it's like, oh yeah, we want these people to be fans of it, but then we gatekeep it, and this is a perfect example of gatekeeping. Not only just from fans or like people who would, grow the show. Because by that same logic, there are people out there who have never played the God of War game yet, and after they watch the show, they will then go play the game because they are interested in the story. But they weren't sure if they would be beforehand. And the idea that just because one of the creators hasn't played the game, how are they going to, make a show about the source material? It's really, really simple. You talk to people who have played the game or the people who created the game, and through storytelling, you flesh out that plot to the new viewers so they can understand it like any other TV show or movie would do throughout the history of time that was already an established IP. Simple. Like, by this logic, he's basically saying, well, one, Harry Potter from the books never should have been made into the movie, and then they should have never been made into a game, and then, like I made the comment on the video of, if it was being turned into a graphic novel, would you care? No. It's the TV show, and that's what's going to get views on his video, and, it's the easy go-to. If, like I said, if they were making a God of War graphic novel, everybody would be praising it, like, oh yeah, and most of them wouldn't even know who was creating the graphic novel or anything like that. Like they're like he's just like he got upset to get upset about this. The only thing he pointed out about the show creator was that the creator said that he couldn't finish the game because he's not a gamer, which makes sense. But he didn't point out like maybe what this show creator's previous work was, who he's worked with before, And then in the same video, he points out how the people who made Fallout, yeah, they played the game, And that's why they did the source material so well, but like, you don't have to play a game to know the source material. I haven't read every single Batman graphic novel, but I know enough information about Batman and the comics and stuff that I can have conversations about it. There's a, like, you don't have to be an expert in everything to do a good job or like do a faithful adaptation. I don't understand this idea. And yeah, it is terrible gatekeeping, trying to gatekeep a role of Kratos from other actors and live action actors and other media and other people. Yeah, it's baffling to me because you say that you're a fan of this, but you're only a fan if people experience it the same exact way that you did. Nope, that's wrong. So, um, yeah, like I said, I like the page and I like the guy, but dead wrong on this one, and I wanted to call him out for it because gotta call people on their balls.